The new premium class model generation consisting of the 250S, 250 SE, and 300 SE were presented in August 1965, establishing succession to the 220 SB, 220 SEB, and 300 SE Fintail models. All three models shared a body designed by Paul Bracq, whose clean lines dispensed with all fashionable excess and whose restrained elegance has timeless appeal even today. In terms of their engineering design, the new models were based to a large extent on their predecessors. Other than the body, however, new features also included the two 2.5-liter engines, which were developed by increasing the bore and lengthening the stroke of the corresponding 2.2-liter units. Now the crankshaft was mounted on 7 bearings, and an oil-water heat exchanger guaranteed improved heat load in the oil system. In the direct injection version, a 6-plunger injection pump now replaced the 2-plunger pump. In contrast to its predecessor model, however, the new 300 SE was no longer fitted with air suspension. Instead, as with the two 2.5-liter models, it had a hydropneumatic compensating spring on the rear axle, which replaced the familiar coil spring and ensured a constant body height regardless of the load. In March 1966, the model range was expanded to include the 300 cell, which had a 100mm longer wheelbase compared with the basic model, the extra space serving exclusively to increase legroom in the rear and the entry width of the rear doors. As with its direct predecessor with the same model designation, the new 300 cell featured air suspension as standard. Internally, the models with a conventional suspension were grouped under the W108 model series. The air-sprung 300 cell, however, was given its own series with the designation W109. Production of the models 250 SE and 300 SE was stopped at the beginning of 1968. As their successors in January 1968, the types 280S and 280 SE were presented. They were distinguished from their predecessors only by a different engine and other equipment details.
this channel OldBenz. Thank you for your attention. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.